I'm going to be continuing my Saga campaign, playing Mount Doom, the third quest in the Mountain of Fire expansion. Each player may change heroes he controls without incurring the +1 threat penalty. I'm going to keep the heroes that I have. Place X resources tokens on this card, where X is the number of resource tokens on the black gate, as recorded in the campaign log. That's going to be 6. And remove each burden with the following burden set icons from the encounter deck. And at the end of the round, we'll remove 1 resource token from this card. Then if there are no resource tokens here, the players lose the game. So we have 6 rounds. So I'm playing with my Bond of Friendship Hobbit deck with Pippin, Merry, Tom, and Sam. And the version of Frodo I'm going to be playing with in this quest is from the Land of Shadow, where it's got an action. You can spend 1 resource and exhaust the 1 ring to give Frodo +2 willpower and +2 attack until the end of the round. Now our Messenger of the King Rosie deck. Glorfindel and Fatty. And this quest has lots of ally hate and multiple character hate. So I've taken out most of the allies from each deck and focused on willpower and readying. The starting threat for the Hobbit deck is 30. And the Rosie deck is 16. So he has a +2 threat penalty. Draw our opening hands. And Gandalf's delay makes it so we skip the draw step on the first turn. Courage Awakened, Farsighted, Halfling Determination, Faint, Red Book, and Gandalf. Well, we got Willpower. So I'm going to keep this phase and this hand and hope to get some readying later on. Resourceful, Gildor's Counsel, Sulian, Fast Hitch, Frodo's Intuition, and A Song of Hope. So we're going to keep this hand. And for the first time, I'm going to make the Rosie deck the first player, because its starting threat is less. One A, the Land of Mordor. Add Mount Doom and the Tower of Barad-dûr to the staging area. Make Break of Thorns the active location. Each player searches the encounter deck for a different location and adds it to the staging area. Shuffle the encounter deck. So we got Mount Doom. X is the 10 digit of the first player's threat dial. 9 quest points. Immune to player card effects. The players cannot travel here unless there is at least 20 progress in stage 3B. Travel. Each player makes a fortitude test. If a player fails this test, raise his threat by 9. And what a fortitude test is, similar to a high test, you exhaust X characters and then reveal one card from your top of the deck for each. Reveal X cards from the top of the deck where X is the 10th digit of your threat dial. So if you have 30 threat, you would reveal 3 cards. And then there's a symbol of the eye on the bottom left corner of some of the cards. And you add up the number of symbols. And if the amount of symbols is less than the willpower that you gave, you pass. But if it's equal to or more, you fail. And then the Tower of Barad-dûr. Players do not raise their threat at the end of the refresh phase. Forced. At the end of the round, each player raises his threat by 1 for each non-fellowship character he controls. That's why you don't like to have a lot of characters. Then we got to Overcome by Grief. Break of Thorns. Old Watercourse is one of the locations. And the Plains of Gorgoroth. That's why I'm having the Rosie deck go first, because it's got the lowest 10 digit on its threat dial. Bonuses for the heroes. Okay, we're going to play our 3 golden hairs. I've had this ever since Lothlorien and the breaking of the fellowship. I add 3 golden hairs to the victory display and remove it from the campaign pool to lower each player's threat by 3. Then each player draws 3 cards. But first I'm going to read 1B. It's 4 quest points. Dire. This stage gets +4 quest points for each player. The first treachery revealed, each quest phase is immune to player card effects and gains surge. And dire means that your threat elimination level is 99, Valor is 80, and any card that would reduce your player card that would reduce your threat is reduced to 1 from non-boon card effects. So the 3 golden hairs is a boon card. So we each reduce our threat by 3. Down to 27 and 13. Draw 3 cards. We're going to play a resourceful onto Frodo. I'm going to play a fast hitch onto Rosie. And here's for this deck a Wizard Voice, Halfling, Determination, and a Tom Bombadil. And now I'm going to play a Deep Knowledge. Doom 2, and each player draws 2 cards. Gandalf, and a Limbus. Mirivor, and a Dunedain Remedy. We're going to play a Song of Wisdom onto Rosie. Now we're going to go over to the Hobbit deck. I'm going to play a Mirivor and put that on to Sam. Now we're going to go into the questing phase. There is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 in the staging area. This is a break of thorns. We gotta put out damage equal to our threat dial. So with doing that, I'm just gonna play a Dunedain Remedy onto Tom. Heal 1 up. So we're going to quest for 3. We're raising each of our threats up by 1 to keep Proto ready. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 9, 10. First card is a Ringwraith of Sauron. We're going to use Fatty's ability, raise our threat by 4, and send them to the victory display. Because I get to choose a non-unique enemy just revealed. Now the next card is a Deep Shadows. Doom 2. Now each player with at least 3 cards in his hand discards his cards or reveals an encounter card. We're going to reveal an encounter card, so 2 more encounter cards. Big Uruk and a Mordor Road. Mordor Road gets +1 threat for each ally controlled by the player who controls the most allies. And it's 1 threat, so we added 3. 4 because of the Mount Doom went up, so up to 9. So we quest successfully by 1. We're going to exhaust Rosie to add 3. So now we quest successfully by 4. That clears the Break of Thorns and puts 1 progress here. Rosie quests successfully, she gets the resource. Now we're going to travel to the watercourse, and each player has to exhaust a hero. I'm going to exhaust Glorfindel. And Mary. Now I'm going to return Mirapore back to the top of my deck to give Sam a resource. Now we go to the end of the round, remove a token, and we raise the Rosie deck by 3 and the Hobbit deck by 4. Mirapore. We're going to play a Red Book of Westmarch onto Pippin. All Hobbit characters get +1 willpower when Pippin is questing, and if you quest successfully, you get a resource. I'm going to play the Mirror onto Sam. Now we're going to go over to the Hobbit deck, Rosie deck, and draw a card, Andriel. We're going to play Duran's Ruins, draw 2 cards, and discard a card. We're going to get rid of a drinking song because we got all the cards in our hand we like. So it'll be a while before we play it. We're going to play a Song of Travel onto Rosie. So she now has the Lore and Spirit icon. And we're going to play Sulian. So Dunedain Scout, 3/0/2/2. Action. Spend 1 resource to exhaust Sulian, then each location in the staging area gets -1 threat until the end of the phase. Any player may trigger this action. Now we're going to quest for 3. 4, 5, 6. 7, 8. 9, 10, 11, 12. Raising our threats by 1. 13, 14, 15. 16, 17, 18, 19. 20, 21. 23, 24, 25. 26, 27, 28. And we're going to ready up Sam and give him +1 willpower and put it on top of my deck, so 29. And there is 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. This gets +1 threat because we have an ally. First card is a Plains of Gorgoroth. Second card is a Little Snuffler. When revealed, either raise your threat by 1 for each ally you control or discard an ally you control. We're going to raise our threat by 1. That is Surge or Cold. So we added 3, 4, 5, 6 to 15. So we quested successfully by 14. Here we need 11, we need 16. So we're going to exhaust Rosie to add 1, 2, 3, 4 more. So we quested successfully by 18. That puts 5 here. When old water course is explored, each player reduces the threat by 5. So we can use that because it's an encounter effect, not a player card effect. So 32 and 23, or 33. And then we put 13 progress here, and we go to the next stage. To A, the road to Eisenmouse. Dire. When revealed, search the encounter deck and discard pile and victory display for Mordor Road and add it to the staging area. Shuffle the encounter deck. Shuffle the encounter discard pile into the encounter deck and travel to the Mordor Road. And when it becomes the active location, we have to discard the top card of the encounter deck and add each enemy discarded to the staging area way, and each player has to do that. Or Cold and an Evil Vigilance. And now 2B. Forced. After placing progress here from questing successfully, each player makes a fortitude test. If a player passes this test, he places a resource here. If a player fails this test, he discards cards from the top of the encounter deck until an enemy is discarded and puts that enemy into play engaged with him. And treachery cards are not immune and they don't surge. And we don't need to engage any enemies because they have +5. So, and we only have, our highest threat is 33. So we're going to go to the next round, remove a resource token, and we have to raise our threat by 4 for each deck. Draw a card, sneak attack. Rosie also got a resource for questing successfully, same with Pippin. We're going to play Frodo's Intuition. We get to draw one card for each Hobbit hero we control. We control 3. Unexpected Courage, Deep Knowledge, and Out of the Wild. We're going to play an Unexpected Courage and put that onto Frodo. I'm just going to see what the cards they're be drawing of the Mirror. I'm going to be playing a Deep Knowledge Doom 2. So each player raises their threat by 2. We each get to draw 2 cards. Protector of Lorien and a Clavering Stone. Test of Will and a Power of Orthanc. Now we're going to go over to the Hobbit deck. We're going to play a Mirror onto Sam. Now we're going to play Gandalf. One, two, three, four, 5. We're going to deal 4 damage to this little Snuffler and destroy him. Now we're going to go into the questing phase. There's 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13 in the staging area. And we're going to quest for 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21. And we're going to keep Proto exhausted. First card is a Drawn to the Ring. The first player must choose either exhaust the one ring and reveal the top card of the encounter deck, or discard cards until an enemy is discarded. We're going to exhaust the ring. Race of Sauron. And the Plains of Gorgoroth. So we added 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So we quest successfully by 2. We're going to spend 1 resource and exhaust Sulian to reduce the threat in the staging area by 5. So we quest success by 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. That clears this and puts 3 progress here. So we quested successfully. Now we make a fortitude test. We're going to exhaust Glorfindel and Rosie. So that's a total of 4. We also get a resource for Rosie and Sam. So that's 4, 5, 6, 7. And we're discarding 2 cards. 3, 4. So we pass. So we put a resource here. Now we go over to the Hobbit deck. We're going to exhaust Mary for 3. We're going to ready up Sam and give him a we're going to ready him up and then put this back on top of my deck. So then Sam's going to exhaust for 5. So we have 5 or 4. 5, 6, 7. And we got to discard 3 cards. 1, 3, 3. So we pass. Now we go to the next stage. 3A. When revealed, shuffle the encounter discard pile into the encounter deck and discard cards from the top until X locations are discarded, where X is the number of players in the game. Add each location discarded this way to the staging area. Foul Fumes, Orc Captain, Wicked Master, Little Snuffler, Lidless Eye, there's an Orc Hold, Little Snuffler, Big Urk, Heavy Orc Captain. Where are all those locations? Lidless Eye, there's the Plains. So we got a lot of plains to go over. 4 plains. We got 2 Orc Holds. And we don't need to engage anyone. So we're going to go to the end of the round. We have to raise, this Gandalf goes away. We have to raise each player's threat by 4. 33 and 43. I actually had +3 willpower here, but it didn't matter. And 3B is 20 quest points. The Last Gasp. Dire. The first treachery revealed each quest phase is immune to player card effects and gains Surge. At the beginning of the quest phase, the first player makes a fortitude test. If the first player fails that test, no more than 5 progress can be placed on here this round. And the stage can't be defeated unless Mount Doom is the active location. So we're going to try to focus to get through this in one round. Mirror. Okay. We're going to play a Farsighted. We get a look at the top 5 cards of the encounter deck and put them back in the same order. This is one of the perfect card for this quest because you can see what the fortitude test is going to be. So this card is the top. We got the Eagle, so we're going to lose them. Ill Fate. Drawn to the Ring, and Orkhold. So it's going to be a fortitude test. We're going to need to have 2. And this is going to be the first card. We're going to play Mirror onto Sam. We're actually going to put it onto Mary. Now we're going to go over to the Rosie deck. Cram. Yes. Spend 2 and put a Calabrian Stone onto Rosie. So she gets +2 willpower. Now we're going to play Cram and put that onto Sam. We're going to raise each of our threats by 1. to keep Frodo up. And then we're going to exhaust We gotta exhaust somebody for the fortitude test. We'll exhaust Frodo. And we discard 4 cards. Y here, Ill Fate, Drawn to the Ring, and Orkhold. So it was 1, so we passed the test. Now I'm going to play a Gildor's Consul. Well, we reveal 1 less card during the phase. So we're going to have 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 22, 25. So we need to get 45 threat willpower. We're going to quest for 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26. First card revealed is the Evil Vigilance. Each player must choose either discard a questing character or raise each player's threat by 1 for each questing character you control. So that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. We're up to 50. And here we have 1, 2, 3, 4. We're up to 40. And now that has Surge. A little Snuffler. That is Surge. I have no allies. And I'm going to play Hotam Bombadil to cancel that when revealed effect. Because it's the second one, so it's not immune. So we added 1, 2. We're going to spend 1 resource to add 2 with Frodo. We're going to spend 1 resource and exhaust Sulian. I forgot to unexhaust her. to minus off 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 threat from the staging area, bringing that down to 20. So now we need 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12 more. We're going to remove mirror board to get +1. So that's another one. We're going to spend a halfling determination and give Rosie +2 willpower. So we need 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 1. So we had 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. We're going to exhaust Rosie to add 8. So we're up to 40. So we can now travel to the Mount Doom. Do we want to? Right now we're going to use our other boon here. Add leaf wrap limits to the victory display and remove it from the campaign pool to ready all heroes in play. So all heroes get readied up. And so we have to make a fortitude test, starting with the first player. So, and we'll be revealing 5 cards. So that's 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. So we're doing 15 and revealing 5 cards. 1, 3, 5, 6. So we pass. And now we're here. We're going to 2, 3, 4, 5. Exhaust 5. And we have to reveal 4 cards. This week comes into play, engage with the first player. So that's going to ready up Sam. We get to draw a card here. 0, 0, 1. So we pass. So that becomes the active location. Now we automatically go to the next stage. 4A, the Crack of Doom. Dire, when revealed, shuffle the encounter discard pile into the encounter deck and discard cards from the top until X enemies are discarded, where X is the number of players. Add each enemy discarded this way to the staging area. Little Snuffler doesn't have Surge because it was discarded. And a big Urk. So we're at 50, so we have all these ones are coming down. Let's see, what do I have to stop? I can stop 3 enemies from attacking. So we're gonna engage a big Urk here. And then got a little Snuffler. That's gonna engage over here. So we're actually gonna optionally engage this. And we're gonna after engages you have to raise our threat by 4. And then we engage this one. Okay. Sorry for the confusion here, but I'm actually engaging the little Snuffler. And now these two engage. So this deck doesn't have to engage, only has one that needs to engage. And we have to raise our threat by another 4. There, now we got all these enemies engaged here, and only one here. Now we deal out shadow cards. We're going to play the Wizard Voice, Doom 3. We each get to choose an enemy not to attack this phase. We're going to choose a little Snuffler here, and one of these big Urks over here. And then I'm going to play a Feint on the other big Urk. Rosie gets a resource and Pippin's requesting successfully. So now we only have to deal with Gollum and the Snuffler. We're going to block the Snuffler with Tom and remove the shadow card. And then we're going to block with Sam. We're going to ready him up with the Cram. And if you fail the test, we didn't. So, no damage. Now, we go to the next round. We have to raise our threat by 4 here, up to 47. And 4 over here, we're up to 65. So this is going to be 4. Oh, that's not in the staging area anymore. Draw a card. Justice shall be done. Whoa! I wanted to try this thing out. A planning action. But first, I want to show you what's on stage 4B. It's allies can't enter play, and when revealed effects cannot be canceled. When Mount Doom is explored, the first player makes a fortitude test, discards 1 extra encounter card for each player. If the player fails this test, the ring bearer claims the 1 ring, and the players lose the game. If the test is successful, the player bearer completes the quest, and the players win the game. So I'm taking this as the last gasp. I'm going to play Justice Shall Be Done. Limit 1 per deck. Planning action. Add Justice Shall Be Done to the victory display to draw 3 cards and add 3 resources to the resource pool of each hero you control. At the end of the round, you are eliminated from the game. So now we get 3 cards, a Gandalf, Hotam Bombadil, so Gandalf can't be used. Then we're going to play a Frodo's Intuition. Get to draw 3 cards. 1, 2, 3. We're going to play a Duran's Ruins. Draw 2 cards. Discard a Gandalf. Put a Fast Hitch onto Fatty. We're going to put a Limbus onto Rosie. Going to put a Protector of Lorien onto Rosie. Going to play an Andriel and put that on to Rosie. She's got the noble trait. We're going to play Out of the Wild. You get to search through the encounter deck for the 5 cards in the encounter deck for a non-objective worth no victory points and add it to the victory display. We're going to put in this, let's see, the Wicked Master or the eye. We're going to put the eye. Now we're going to go over to the Hobbit deck. Sneak attack. We're going to play Tom Bombadil. Planning action. Add Tom Bombadil to the victory display to shuffle a set-aside copy of Tom Bombadil to the encounter deck. So we're shuffling in the Tom Bombadil. Then we're going to play a Mirror. Onto Pippin. Now we're going to go into the questing phase. At the beginning of the questing phase, I'm going to discard Mirror to get ready and give +1 resource and ready. We're going to raise each of our threats by 1 to keep Sam up. Raise our threat by 1 to keep him, so we got 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27, 28, 29, the golem should be over here. Then we're going to exhaust Rosie to give herself 5 and ready her up with the Limbus. So that adds another 5 more. We're up to 34. And there is a total of 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19. First card is an Evil Vigilance. We're going to raise our threat by 1. All right, 1, 2, 3, 4 to 53. And 1, 2, 3, 4 up to 70. And that cannot be canceled, but it doesn't surge. And the next one is a Deep Shadows. Doom 2. And now we either discard our hand or reveal an encounter card. I think I'm just going to discard my hand. On here, this could have given me plus willpower, and I could have gotten a lot more willpower here. But now I don't reveal any more cards. And I quest successfully by 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. That's clearly enough to clear Mount Doom. And now for the final test. I'm going to exhaust Rosie. This is still the questing phase. So Rosie's going to exhaust again and give herself another 5. So she's now at 15. We're going to exhaust Bilbo and spend a resource to give him 2 more, so he's got 5, so that's 20. We're going to exhaust Fatty to add 2 more, 22. And we have to reveal 7 cards. Drake and Thorns, 1. Ever Vigilant. Tom Bombadil, yay. Wicked Master, 4. Little Snuffler, 5. Little Snuffler, 6. And the Big Urk, 7. So there we go. That was one of my cleanest playthroughs that I've played. And we still have 3 resources here. So we did 1, 2, 3 rounds. I think it was actually 5 rounds. It's going to take off 2. Because we took 2 to go through the first one. At the end of the first one we went through, the end of it took 2, 3, 4. Yeah. So I would say the MVPs in this quest was one, you have to put out the fast hitch was one of them, and I'm going to say Sulian was the other one of minusing off all that threat in the staging area. Oh, why don't we put out the Red Book and a fast hitch. That sounds better because we use the fast hitch a lot more. So thanks for watching. Have a great day. And the players destroy the ring and defeat the power of Sauron. And I'm going to be playing one more quest from Alap, the Scouring of the Shire. So I'll see you back in the Shire. And that was a great game. One thing I just realized, you can't do Rosie's effect twice in one turn. So my fortitude test would have been 5 less, so it would have been 17. So it was still clearly past it. I just wanted to correct you and showing so you don't make other people don't make that mistake.